So this is on trail day number 112. It is Tuesday, October 20th of 2020. And I'm back at Harper's Ferry. And that white blaze on the tree right there is the first white blaze that we followed leaving here June 10th. And now I know what lies beyond those blazes. They have the walkway put back on the railroad bridge. So today we head southbound and see what adventure lies between here and Springer Mountain, Georgia. This new walkway is pretty nice. It's a busy day in Harper's Ferry though. Where the Potomac and the Shenandoah River merge. This is Dan Brown's fort. I took a lot of pictures here yesterday. Harper's Ferry is a nice little town. We'll be back in the woods shortly. Jefferson Rock. So I'm back on the trail in the woods. That is the northbound. And this is the southbound, the direction I'm going. I have to get used to that. So just like the first time I left Harper's Ferry, I'm carrying probably way too much food. But that is a problem that thru hikers never get over. Many thru hikers I met on the way to Maine all said they still could not get their food right. I know the night out of Harper's Ferry in June, my bear can was full and I had to hang a bear bag. There's a possibility I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Don't go to Walmart when you're hungry. So I don't know how many miles I'll do today, but I know I'll walk through West Virginia. I'll be in Virginia tonight. This is a bridge crossing over the Shenandoah. So my first day out of Harper's Ferry in June, I did 4.6 miles. And the days were later. I think it was close to lunchtime when I started then. It was 11:30 I started today. I've done 3 miles. It's 1:30, but coming out of town, several people stopped and talked to me. So I don't know exactly how long I've been hiking. I can tell I'm going to definitely do more than 4.5 miles. The climb, though, southbound out of Harper's Ferry wasn't as strenuous as what going up to Weaverton Cliffs was going northbound. But it is nice to be back in the south as far as like just the smell of the woods. It's a familiar smell, like the trees and the plants are more what I'm familiar with from back home. And while all the trail in the south is not going to look like what's in front of me, I know a lot of it does. I had to take a train for the whole route. I couldn't rent a car. They're not allowing one-way rentals. It's not due to COVID. They said it's this time of year, high demand, whatever. So I wasn't able to go do that 8 miles I skipped in Vermont. So I'm going to have to go back and do that in the spring when I do the 81 miles in Massachusetts. Hopefully I won't completely lose my trail legs by then. I've been hearing birds. That's something I didn't see many of in Maine. I did see, I think, the second to last day in Maine, a blue jay. But I don't remember New Hampshire having a lot of birds either. It could be the weather too. It's 72 degrees right now, which is going to take a little getting used to because I've rather enjoyed the mid 40s to low 50s temperatures during the day. But that 20 something degrees in the morning wasn't nice. Oh, we are out of Harper's Ferry Historical Park. That was a cool town. I'm definitely gonna have to come back and visit it again at some point. Well, that was quick. Goodbye, West Virginia. Hello, Virginia. So this is the 4-mile campsite. It's, as you would guess, roughly 4 miles out of town. Not a bad little campsite. It's not camp time, but it's a nice sitting log, so I'm gonna stop and take a break. Why not? Eat a little bit of this food, make my pack lighter. So there's a little bit of a view at this power line. It's nothing epic like New Hampshire or Maine. But it's alright. Can't really see to the right, it's kind of overgrown. I think we'll have an open spot coming up in a second though. We got some pretty epic views that's going to come up along this journey though. I know especially once you get to North Carolina there's some wonderful views, but I'm sure there's some before then. And in Maine we were getting past the leaves changing. Here in Virginia we're just starting to get the leaves changing. It's just gonna feel like fall all year long. There's been sections of the trail today that's been rather rocky. There was one short spot. It's the closest thing I've seen to the Pennsylvania potato salad style rocks since I was in Pennsylvania. So our first shelter is about 4.5 miles ahead. It just depends on what time we get there. That'll put it at like a 9-mile day, which isn't a whole lot, but I took 4 days off and took my time leaving town, so I would like to get, I'll check when I get to the shelter and see how far, but we get to the beginning of the roller coaster would be ideal, and then in the morning I'd get up and knock that out. Which, looking at the elevation profile of the roller coaster, and at this point it looks like it might be a fun ride. So I made it to Keys Gas. There's the parking area there. I have this quite little entertaining board here. Springer Mountain is a mere 989 miles. They say that the Devil's Race Course is not nearly as cool as it sounds. And that the 0.3 miles there's food in a gas station. To the left, or 0.3 miles to the right, there's food in a mini mart. The temptation of a soda. You know, I just left town. Welcome to Virginia. I think we crossed into Virginia and then went back out. So that's the trail going north. I didn't go down to the gas station or anything. I just crossed the road and took a sit break on this log for a few minutes. It's almost 4 o'clock. I got 2.8 miles to go to get to the David Lesser Memorial Shelter, I believe is the name of it. From the description, it seems like a nice shelter. It's got picnic tables at the campsites, swinging bench. Comment says it's infested with stink bugs. The water is like a 1/4 mile downhill. Kind of reminds me of the Ed Garvey shelter. That's the first day going north. But looking, there's really no other water options close. And the shelter's like 10 or 11 miles from where we started, so not bad for the day. I should get to camp before dark. Hopefully I can get down and get to water before dark. And it has a bear pole, so it means the food will not fit in my bear can. I just hang on the bear pole. So I got 1 mile to go to get to the shelter. The sun hasn't quite went down yet, it's 5:45. I ran into a hiker with his dog. Ended up talking with him longer than what I would normally talk to people. But I should still get there before dark. Yeah. Still got plenty of sunlight. Hopefully I can get down and get the water and back up before dark. So far, West Virginia wasn't bad. And Virginia's been pretty good. I don't think I have any mountain climbs until I get to the Priest. That'll be the first steep climb in Virginia. I haven't looked any further south than that, so. So made it to the David Lesser shelter. That's right down there. That's 605. So I can smell a campfire, so I know there's people down there. If I can, I'll record the shelter this afternoon, but if not, we'll check it out in the morning. But this is the end of the first day of the southbound section of this flip-flop. And it went pretty good. So hopefully with this warmer weather I can get up early in the morning and get in over the roller coaster tomorrow. I can smell a fire, but I don't see anybody. So this is the shelter. Not too bad. There's a gazebo and the swing. Oh, I see some hammocks down there. Looks like maybe the privy down there. This will be home for the night.